What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 300 subscribers. And today's video, as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about the face of the NBA. I see a lot of, even LeBron's talking about it, Stephen A. and Stephen A. going back and forth about whether he wanted to be the face of the league coming out of the draft. I saw Windhorst say some stupid shit like Braun I could understand Braun wore 23 for Jordan. Everybody loved Jordan back in the day. LeBron went to Nike because of Jordan. He wanted to follow in his footsteps, literally. But that doesn't always mean that he wanted to be the face of the NBA. He was chosen at that literally since he was 16 years old in high school. Remember that. He was the number one pick before he even declared. Like, it was obvious. He was the chosen one, literally. They called that in Slam magazine, literally, when he was a 16-year-old kid. So you can't say that he didn't. Obviously, he elevated himself to the point where he was the face of the league. But people are complaining that Anthony Edwards doesn't want to be the face of the league. And can you blame him? Like, you see all the pressure and the constant backlash you get for being the face of the league. Even if you do something well, you're still going to get criticized for doing what you're supposed to do. So why would Anthony Edwards want that? And they are already comparing him to Michael Jordan, and whenever you get compared to Jordan, it's not a good look, bro. Let's just say the least, because you know how much pressure it is when you're compared to Jordan. And you see what happens when he says he doesn't want to, and then you got Jason Tatum, who wants to be the face of the league, and they're not even marketing him like that. Well, they are, but I wouldn't say that they are so huge about Jason Tatum being the face of the league. And there's so many other players, so why try to force something on Anthony Edwards that he really doesn't want? It's like you're trying to force an American player to be the face of the league when we all know in the NBA right now, the foreign players are the best players in the league. Like, it's pretty much that obvious. Like, the top three, like, for example, you got Jokic, Shea, who's Canadian, Jokic, who's Serbian, and then you got Luka, who's Serbian too, I think. I don't know. But you even got Embiid, who's injured right now, who doesn't think he's going to come back. He's African. So it doesn't have to be American player all the time. We can change it up. Like, the NBA is diversitized now. So you're not forced to pick an American breed player who obviously doesn't want to do it. And even if you wanted to do it, even if you wanted to pick an American player, you could pick Jason Tatum. And Jason Tatum has been used to the criticism since he became the star player on the Celtics. Like, coming with the Celtics is a lot of criticism. You see Kyrie Irving got the criticism, Jason Tatum got the criticism, Jaylen Brown got the criticism, but Jason Tatum has gotten used to it and he thrives on it, I guess. Like, he's averaging 27 points, 8.5, basically 9 rebounds and 6 assists. So why not market him to be one of your faces to the league? He's young too. He's only like 26 years old. So what's the problem with that? And then you also have another player that could be potentially a face of the B League. He's the number one seed right now, actually, and the Cavs aren't even talked about like that. Like, I see what LeBron said. Like, they don't talk about OKC and the Cavs at all when they are the number one seeds. Like, you got Donovan Mitchell averaging 24 points, 4 rebounds, and basically 5 assists. And he's not talked about at all. Like, whenever you go on YouTube, or I haven't seen anything on ESPN talk about Donovan Mitchell at all this season. Like, I don't know if it's just me or my search history, but maybe I just gotta clean up my searcher history or something to find where they talk about the Cavs, where they talk about Darius Garland's improvement, Evan Mobley developing into an all-star after his 4th season. Like, where do I have to go for that? And then the Thunder, they talk about the Thunder sometimes, but not as much as you should, because you see how dominant the Thunder are this season. Like, come on, bro. And Shea is averaging 32 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, and he's marketed, I don't know, like, I thought on ESPN, the old ESPN, you market the best players. You talk about the best players. Like, but recently, you're just talking about the key names. Like, you're not even talking about hoops anymore. You're just talking about random politics in the NBA. So what's the point of calling yourself an actual NBA analyst if you're not going to take the time to look at the teams that are improving or the players that's overall getting better in this association, which is talented. Yes, it has some flaws, but it's not marketed it like the NBA wanted to, and it's some of that falls on the NBA, because why do you have these certain people covering the NBA subject if they don't know bull at all? Like Kendrick Perkins, he's one of the worst analysts I've ever seen. Like his takes, he could go 1 for 50 on takes. It just doesn't make sense what the hell that nigga says. Like I can't watch him. Like every time he says something smart, I think he's gonna follow that up with something smart again. He follows it up with some more dumb shit. So I don't really know what to say about that. Like I dead ass don't know. And the Grizzlies are not talked about at all. Like at all. Like you see, I haven't heard anybody talk about Ja Morant's struggles this season. Yes, Ja Morant is starting to pick it up towards the playoffs, but in the beginning of the season, he's not looked like Ja Morant, and not a lot. They haven't said anything about it. NBA media has just stayed quiet, letting Ja Morant get back to who he was. And if this was anybody else, like for example, Luka Doncic, he's like 7 games in on the Lakers, and he's getting criticized for not being the same player after not playing since Christmas. And Ja Morant has been playing basically this whole season. Yes, he's been out with some injuries, but he hasn't been as out as Luka was, and Luka's trying to get back to his form. Yesterday, Luka had 31, obviously his birthday, so he's gonna get back to Luka Doncic shit. But I don't like how the NBA subject is just discussed. Like now that the Warriors are back, they didn't even cover Stephen Curry's 56-point game. Like they covered fucking LeBron's tweet about the NBA or NBA media. Like, how do you not cover basketball? You're a basketball analyst, but why are you talking about anything else but basketball? You just proved his point. But I don't know. LeBron said exactly my point. Happy this convo started. It ain't about the face of our game. It ain't about one person or one show. It's about the culture of basketball, the most beautiful game in the world. Our game has never been better. Incredible young stars from all over the world and older. When Steph Curry should have been all we talked about today. Let's discuss the OKC and the Cavs have been this season with 2 different completely play styles, and break down how they are. Of course, if players don't perform, we need to discuss that too and break that down. I'm not gonna read both of them. You pretty much get the point. Like, why? Like, you just proved his point talking about his tweet. Why not discuss the game of basketball and why you love the game of basketball, and not just try to bring down LeBron James, who is pretty much on his way out. He's 40 years old, and he's really top 5 in MVP voting right now, so you can't really say anything about him right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to make this video talking about the next. I didn't even think who do you think should be the next face of the league. If it's Jason Tatum wants that challenge. He wants to be the face of the league. So why not let him be the face of the league? I don't get it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. I got some videos right here. If you enjoyed this video you just watched, video on the right and video on the left, and click on it.